Alright, so Nasdaq has made a attempt to break through the civvy that we had right here. So far, we are rejecting the CE of it after hitting the very extreme. This could lead to the breakout. We'd want to see this high being taken out too. A little part of me is paranoid that this might be a power of 3. On AMD. But we'll find out soon enough. Now we did end up making the structure shift that I was looking for in the 1 minute though. I said previously I wanted this high to be taken out. We did take out that high with displacement, and we made a little busy in the process as well. So now there's greater chance that this is going to break the civvy, which is what we want, because that civvy is what held price down. Unless nice, brother. Alright, that's a firm 5-minute close. 1 minute practically disrespected the entire imbalance. Now we could get the retracement down here for continuation higher towards midnight. It does make me angsty that this could be potentially a power of 3. But if it was a power of 3, I'll be honest, I'd expect this high to at least be taken or midnight to be tapped before selling off. Let's see if we can get a retracement into the fair value gap. Longs are nice though, so plan would be to get the retracement and try and pursue the long right here. There's a close above the CB and all. I see it, big M. But right now the highest probable hit is going to be midnight. That would be the first target. It was just shy of midnight. Well, it has not retraced into our area either. I don't want to go long here because the risk to reward isn't too great. We'd be just targeting 4 points, and if we're wrong, then we can always come to this fair value gap, and that would be 7 points to come back to the fair value gap. And then seeing if the fair value gap holds or not to the invalidation could be around 12 or 14 points. So it's just not conventional to go long for me here. But I am waiting to see that be tapped. There's the tap of midnight. So now let's see if it is going to be a power of 3 or if we are truly intending to displace and expand from the accumulation we've made towards the upside. I would wait for a retracement if it is to expand continuously higher. But yes, I would have the long bias and I'd be aiming for longs. Is GC ripping more? Yeah, there it goes. I'm sure you'll get the next one, brother. Sweet rejection from midnight. I'll just get some clarity here. What else did S do? S took out some buy side liquidity. That's pretty much it. S took out some buy side. It is looking like this might actually be the power of 3. I did mention previously that that was what I was also skeptical of. But if it were to happen, it would happen either after taking out this high or taking out midnight. We have not shown any sort of move or support to hold price to push back up. We only have our fair value gap right here, which is what I'll be waiting for. I'm not going to go long, because if this is a power 3, I'm expecting it to melt right through that. But we are going to be watching this as a key area. If this is respected and we inverse a civvy, I'll be looking to go long. If this is ran through, I'm going to be looking to go short. This will also be us coming to the 5-minute fair value gap. There's the tap of the busy. Let's see what price decides to do here. Does it respect it? Does it not? No, melted right through it. So it is looking like a solid power of 3 so far. Let's see the close. If it hits New York Open first before doing the inversion, oh, I don't know about shorting then, because it might just pivot first. We'll have to wait for the quick pivot. not hit New York Open. Alright, there's the close, and I'd like that. Oh, I hit New York Open, alright. Well, let's see. We wanted to retrace all the way up here to this BPR so we can get our entry. It did not take out any low just yet, which is good because it's still saving that liquidity. It's about to close the 5-minute candle. It's going to close it while inversing the previous 5-minute busy, which is good. Alright, here comes our retracement. Tap TMSO at least. There we go. Alright, I'm going to give it an attempt here.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Good morning, Billy. We are in a short right now. While attempting it. We needed to close below New York Open. There's the close that we needed. We've made a nice little sibby here. A retest of this in respect of New York Open would be solid for the continuation. no retracement, but we are moving nicely lower, so not too shabby either. We have finally closed below our 5-minute busy, which is what I really wanted to see for the invalidation of longs and complete delivery towards the downside. Now from here, obviously expect a retest and then bam. That's what I'd like to see. I'm just gonna chill in the 5-minute time frame. Alright, coming all the way to New York Open. This is where I wanted that retracement. And this is where I wanted it to respect the SIBI and tap New York Open and close below it. So we need this to be absolutely respected. It's coming right back up. It's being a little... It's being quite mean. Invalidated this and came right back up, huh? Well, I do not want to see this being invalidated. So in moments like this, it's when things are tricky. Because as much as... Okay, now it's doing what I wanted it to do. So this is... That was so nasty. The way that it just pushed up and then did that, that was so just gross. I don't even know how to describe that other than gross. Yeah, it's... I'm sorry that happened to you, Stefan. But it was definitely just a really gross move. Yeah, we're still bearish. I mean, price technically respected what we had. And in the 5-minute, all it looked like it really was retest on New York Open and the inversion. So I'm still aiming for what my original draw is. It was just... That was just gross price action. Straight up, that was nasty. Nothing else to say about that right there. You can't really tell that it was going to do that, especially with how that candle closed. And then the new candle opened and immediately pushed down. That was... Ugh. But hopefully we can get some smooth delivery now towards our target. Well, our first target does seem like it should definitely be hit, which is for 22 points. Assuming this is correctly going to be a power of 3 towards the downside. Ideally, I would want it to be down here before New York Open. But I am gonna hold this for New York Open. I will, however, put the stop at break even. If it stops me out, then I'm lucky. But I do believe that we're going lower. Nice entry, man. Got in at midnight. Oh no, you got in around there. But nice. Alright, here we come for our target. Hopefully it's nice and smooth. It's a shame that Traderfy is halted. Otherwise this would have been a really good catch for me. There's our target. Lovely. Alright. Well, runners scale out majority. Put your runners at break even. And just enjoy the ride down. Our target is going to be the rebalancing of all of this right there. So originally from here to here, equilibrium is at 104. So we're going to be targeting 104. And now that we are pushing pretty firmly down, we're just going to wait for market open. But good stuff, guys. If you guys don't want to hold till that point, just scale out maturity or exit. You guys don't necessarily have to wait for this. I'm making this trade out of the speculation that since we've accumulated so much in the hourly time frame, we're going to rebalance this because we made a big rally without really retracing ever to discount. I could be wrong, as you guys have seen me be wrong many times with New York Open. It could just simply be a manipulation lower to rip completely up. So handle it as you wish, but we are up 50 points. Let's be conservative though. What could be one of our other targets? Could be this low right here. So we could target the 141. That's what I was eyeing, Friedent. The gap that we have right here to rebalance. I think we're gonna go towards it, and I think that we might have actually caught the top. Hopefully. No, the setup was a power of 3, a 5-minute power of 3. So it was the idea that this was just accumulating right here to make a manipulation higher and to distribute lower. That's why I didn't go long, because I was skeptical that this might be the reality and that it was just going to pursue midnight and then do it. That's why I specifically said that this 1-minute fair value gap that we had right here was going to be our key for PDRA to determine what our action was going to be. If this had held and respected and then inversed a SIBI, I would have believed that we were going to continue going higher. But since it ran right through it, it just confirmed the idea that price was doing an AMD or power of 3 towards downside. It's called power of 3 because of the way that it does accumulation first, manipulation, and then distribution. And since this is kind of also like a high time frame accumulation, that's why I'm anticipating a larger expansion than a normal 5-minute one. So I have a question. I am $20 away from hitting. That is one of our targets. It's not our main target, but it is one of them. The 180 that there. I did exit the majority of my prop firms, and I'm holding this one right here. That's why I said to scale out or put runners at break even. I'm $20 away from hitting the milestone thing and the instant funded, but if I were to try and edge those $20, I would be above the consistency by I guess like 2% or 1%. With that, yeah, do it tomorrow. All right, I'll do it tomorrow then. They give me a $50 wiggle room. I made, it's a 25k. I made 248. Yes. Okay. Alright, thank you, Slippy. I guess we'll try and get in those $20 today. Alright, so we are retracing, completely expected. I rather prefer we also retrace than do a slingshot down, because we know how that always ends up when we do slingshots. Now do be mindful and have your stops at even on your runners, just in case price decides to be a jerk and completely reverse. I'm anticipating that New York Open is simply going to do a little bit of a manipulation up and then you'll sell off to our main target. Good job, PK. I do want to mention, you guys saw how patient we were waiting through the accumulation until we saw our clear idea for where to execute our entry. This is ideally how you always want to engage when price is accumulating. The whole point of accumulation is to bounce back and forward to create liquidity. And that's how most people get wrecked, by flip-flopping between short and long, based on every PD rate that's being ran through and validated, and over-leveraging. So that's why whenever you identify the price is clearly accumulating, just do not engage until it gives you clarity on what it wants to do. Thanks to that, we were able to take this trade, minimal drawdown, and also we took it with confidence that after I hit the majority target, I'm able to still hold it because I have a clear idea of where the draw may be. Our next target is 141, and then our great target is going to be 0.99. But I am holding through market open. The idea is that market open is going to squeeze us lower, but ideally this is a good area to scale out still, since we already hit our first target, which is at 177 or 180-ish. So I am going to be wise. I'm actually going to scale out here because who knows what market open is going to do. I'm not going to be too greedy. So we ended up securing here for 52 points. Let's see if we can hit our big target here for 65 and then 107 or 108. Here comes our second target. Do not have FOMO for this trade. Do not try and chase it. I'm sure there's going to be more trades today. Yes. 141.5 to be exact, as it is the hourly low. There's going to be many more trades today. And you know how JD is. He always catches nice wins. Alright, we're 13 minutes away from open. Thank you, Avi, for the nice comment. Again, I want to reiterate, be mindful if you guys have not scaled out yet. As much as I could believe an idea, market open tends to also prove me wrong a lot. Like the other time we tried trading it, I was wrong with market open's reaction. Yeah, let's see. I'm completely fine with market open doing a large candle up, because ideally we do want that sort of manipulation to happen before the move down. If it does just a quick squeeze down, then there's a chance we don't rebalance this complete move, but instead just push lower and then try and come up. It's a chance. Not really high confident in that chance, but it's still possible. How much did he sized a mini in a 50k account? That's how he ends up long his accounts all the time. He's gonna learn his lesson someday. You know it's true. Oh, you're 1 day away from payout? Then you should be sizing even less than a mini. Because that's when you get more stressed. Alright, homie. Alright, here comes the retracement. If the retracement happens before open, I wouldn't mind that either. We have this little 5-minute busy civvy that we want to be respected and sell off. In fact, I might average more in this civvy depending on how we react. What do you refer to as microscaling? Do you mean like scaling in or scaling out with micros? Oh, that's a rule. I haven't seen it. I have to read it to be able to interpret it. I assume it means just Actually, I don't want to say any misinformation. I have not seen that rule. I'd have to look at it. How did S react? Yep, S pushed lower. In fact, let me look at S more closer. Yeah, they're both kind of in the same boat. Yes, Frieden, that's how it is. What is this dump was the manipulation? What if this dump was the manipulation and open shoot us higher? It could. That could 100% be the case. I don't think it is because my draw is lower, but it could be. That's why I exited majority for 50. I'll let my runners do the damage or my runners will be stopped out. And that's why I also don't want you guys to FOMO in. I can't see it being a possibility because of the hourly accumulation that we've done. If the hourly wanted to be an AMD, similar to just how we took our 5-minute trade, this could be the manipulation lower for an expansion higher. But if that's the case, we see the difference is for our 5-minute AMD, we hit midnight for the manipulation. Hourly, we haven't really hit anything. We haven't even reached the 4-hour fair value gap or the hourly fair value gap or taken out this hourly low right here. We took this one, but we haven't taken out that one. And we are retracing before 9:30 too. We'll see. So now we're in our 5-minute civvy. This is ideally where we could add more. I'm not gonna do that just yet. I want to wait to see what exactly the open does because we are 7 minutes away and I do not want to average in just to get stopped out in a quick pump. And I don't want you guys to risk getting in either if 9:30 does prove me wrong. So now that we've hit this, okay, we're already dropping now. Ideally, for me to average more in, I would like to see a pump here, rejection and invalidation of a busy, and a run right down. So if we could make this pump and then actually hold the fair value gap right here and then inverse it, that's where I would do the average in for the first trade. Oh, micro scaling, yeah, that essentially means what Billy said. Or what Frieden said earlier. So we already retraced. We respected the 5-minute civvy so far. I'd like to see. I'd like to see us invalidate this busy that's holding us right now. We have 6 minutes still open, so might as well just wait for that. kind of news could have come out of South Korea? You wanna see if we get those 100 points or not? Fair, fair. Hopefully we do. I'd be really excited if we did. I'm happy with the 50 points though, even if we don't. Anything is really possible with New York Open. Like countless times I've tried to predict it and it doesn't do anything I'm expecting. Sometimes it does, but other times, majority of the times it does the complete opposite of what I'm looking for. It does nothing at all of what I'm looking for. So it's an open book to what might happen in the next 3 minutes. Yeah, the civvies are putting in work. I'm liking that we pushed up higher first before 9:30, just because that could be the manipulation is doing to then deliver lower, rather than it grinding down and then shooting up. Hopefully we get to immediately wick into our target, at least. Our second one. Alright, now we are moving lower. Well that is... Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see. Sometimes 9:30 just immediately does a move instead of any sort of manipulation as well. Alright. One more minute. Yep, Nathan, that's why we're holding runners. Seconds. Three, two, one. wasn't really that explosive. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's just waiting for the news. Uh, uh. Hey, we're delivering lower. Here comes our second target. Come on. Bam! Second target hit. 65. Scaling out one more here. There's our scale out. 65 secured. Now let's get our 100-point win. Let's see if we deliver completely. What do you mean, machine? Like, you mean why I don't, like, put limits in the chart? Oh, I am doing things. Let me show. I have other things opened. I have my other firms in my screen that I manage at the same time. Yeah, and the trading view is more for demonstration, and I did end up covering, but all of the action happens behind the screen as well for me. So I'm always scaling in or scaling out in my other accounts. So on my first targets, for example, I exited all in MFFU. For my second target, I exited out of my AMP. And for the last target, I'm holding in my top step to see if we do hit it. And this is my trade day in TradingView right now. Now we did take out our second target, but we are kind of hovering here. S didn't take out a low, so we do have an SMT with S, but since we are still in bearish trend, bearish confluence, I think we can still go lower. It's just going to depend on what price really does here now. And we'll see if we exit our last runner for a little bit of profit or if we get stopped out on it. Yeah, if we weren't patient, we would have been flip-flopped around in the accumulation. So it was a good management. Alright, now we are starting to expand higher after taking out that low. We did tap the hourly fair value gap as well, so it could have been AMD. That's quite a large rip. Is our last runner gonna get stopped out? Oh, that might have been an inducement. But you know what? This goes to what we were saying. So in this case, let's see how we could manage this. If this is going to be continuation lower, then we could get back in. I need to see this completely fail though. Assuming that this is Q2 manipulation up, then we need to see this busy fail once it's made, the inversion, and then we'll try adding more. If it stops me out though in the runners, then that's fine. We at least banked a lot of points. Nice, brother. Have a good day. Alright, the busy has been made. So, if I want to add more into this trade, I need to see this inversed. Bam, bam. So this is what we're going to wait for. If this, however, is respected, then I'm expecting us to come right back up. Pushing to the very extremity. So, okay, okay. We are, you know what? If we get stopped out, we might look for longs, because this could then be an AMD within an AMD. It was a 5-minute AMD, and now that it took out the sell side right here, this might be a 15-minute AMD more clearly. This was the 15-minute accumulation, this was the manipulation, and this might be the distribution up. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on this zone. We're going to be bearish until stopped out, but we're also going to keep in mind our original thesis in case it isn't, and this was just simply a retracement to manipulate and stop people out, to then do this. We're in our key area right now. We need to see how this plays out. That has TMSR right there. S is about to make new lows again. So I think it might have been just manipulation up. In fact, this kind of looks like a 3 drive that we made right here. Let's see though. S has taken out sell side. Nasdaq is still holding here, so we have another divergence going on. It's getting a bit messy. And of course we have the news at 10. Irrespective of the busy, so no adding. Well, darn, I guess I'm holding this trade for the news at 10 too. Unless we get stopped out. Let's see if we inverse the 5-minute. S is kind of dragging it down. But Nasdaq is strong. New high. taking out, but we came right back down into the 15-minute civvy. 4 minutes away from closing. How did the 5-minute close? 5-minute didn't inverse just yet either. 1 minute didn't inverse either just yet. Ez is still respecting its civvy. Are we just doing a really heavy manipulation inducement up? No, it's still holding. I want to see us completely invalidate the bearish structure if it is going to stop me out, so that I don't have any hesitation for upper prices. But so far it's still respecting it. Yeah, S completely respected that civvy. It's going to try and make a new low, but Nasdaq is being stubborn here. So either price action starting to get a little bit nasty in preparation for 10 a.m. news, or Nasdaq is, or one of the indexes is lying again. Either it's Nasdaq or S that's lying on what the true move is. Yeah, I'm starting to think that it's just getting nasty for Jolts to be the one that moves it. Because we did not invalidate the 15-minute civvy, nor the 5-minute one. We were super close to invalidate the 5-minute, but it pulled through. I'm not confident enough to average more in or enter a fresh short. But I'm also not convinced on longs yet. So we're just gonna have to be patient and wait to see what price tells us again. Ideally, I do stand by what I said here, that I want to see this area invalidated to look for shorts, or at least the averaging in more. So in the meantime, we'll just be patient and wait. Yeah, a bit wacky. Since S is making lows, yeah, what is S in pursuit of? Assuming S is the one that's not lying, what is it in pursuit of? Looks like it could be in pursuit of these hourly lows right here, or the fair value gap. Nasdaq already tapped the fair value gap and wicked quite nicely up. Let's look at the 4-hour candle, also wicked up nicely. It retraced into the 30-minute inversion. Still technically respecting the 15-minute civvy. Yeah, okay. So at least we know where S could potentially target and pivot from. So S is almost to its hourly low here. It could be that after it takes this out, we may pivot higher if Nasdaq is the one that's telling the truth to rip. But if it takes this out and Nasdaq breaks structure here with a 1-minute shift towards the downside, we could see that continuation lower. And Q's still trying to grind up after S made new lows. So now that market conditions are getting way lower with how uncorrelated things are. So let's see if we just get stopped out. And yep, there's this The one tick special. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Alright. Well, not bad. We scaled out majority at 65. I mean 50 and then 65. It was a good trade. Now, things aren't really pretty. Things are ugly. Even if I wanted to look for longs, I don't like how S is moving. I don't like how Nasdaq is moving. Let's look at gold. Gold hit 4 standard deviations from my thing. Gold does look like it wants to drop, Jaws. It does. We made a shift. We made a displacement right there. We made an inversion right here. Alright, well, good catch in gold. Might as well take it. Give it a shot. So the idea behind this is that we're going to try and retrace into this 5-minute fair value gap and potentially lower into discount. We're going to keep our invalidation point tight though. Since we are using this 1-minute inversion, we want this 1-minute inversion to completely succeed. Failure of doing so, then it's either going to accumulate or price is going to come right back up. Once it takes out this first low and taps into the 5-minute fair value gap though, we are going to put stops at even, as gold tends to really respect 5-minute PD arrays. So when it comes to 5-minute structure, I don't play when it comes with gold. So let's keep an eye on that. Then you put in the corner here Nasdaq, so we keep an eye on what that's up to.
Good morning, guys. How's it going? Hey, Greg, Big M, Billy, Parvez.
Thank you, John.
I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving.
Hi, Jess.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good so far. We're in a gold trade right now. Thinking it's going lower. But it's being a bit stubborn here.
Oh, nice. You're trading gold. Sweet.
Yeah, every now and then when I get the glance and I see something nice popping in. I don't like how stuck it is. There we go.
I'm going long on NQ, guys.
Yeah, we were in MNQ, but then it started being nasty with how uncorrelated it was with S. Since S was making lows, Nasdaq was just holding. I didn't want to participate anymore. We're about to hit our first target on gold, so we're going to put our stops to even.
Shit. Wrong contract. Okay, I just need to cut that.
There's our first target on gold hit. Nice looking out, Jaws. You helped us catch that one real easy. Now, like I said though, price tends to really respect 5-minute PDRA, so that's where we put our stops to even. We want to see continuation, but I wouldn't be surprised if this 5-minute fair value gap just makes us pump. Once we get the invalidation of this 5-minute though, we can see a move potentially to this low right here, so this would be our second target. Oh, it's so close. Spooking me out. Looks like the spread is gonna hit me, not the candle, but the spread is gonna stop me out. Alright, we ended up holding through. Nice. Alright, since gold is looking good, we're going back to NQ. What is that up to? I'm not super convinced on the 15-minute AMD yet because it's really struggling here. You guys saw the difference between the 5-minute and the 15-minute right now. It's still looking a bit grindy. So I think I'm just going to avoid that still and just go back to gold. Here's the retest of the 5-minute. We needed to close respecting this 5-minute. I mean close disrespecting the 5-minute. There we go, underneath. Just need to push even deeper down. Come on, gold, you can do it. Nice. Nice so far. Well, our target was really close, so, and we almost got stopped out, so I don't really blame you. You also gotta keep that in mind, right? You took assuming you exited around here, you took the affordable risk, which was that, oh, we have a high probability of taking out this low, but then there's the probability it's just gonna pivot right back up. There was nothing here telling me that it wasn't gonna do that until it broke underneath it. I was just willing to risk the attempt of break even or it breaking and us having a good chance to make nice gains. So what you did wasn't necessarily wrong. What you could have done is also just scale out 2 and hold 1. That could have been an alternative. Let that one do the damage while the other secured some profit. Now since we are underneath, we have 18 more seconds that we need to close below it. We also have jolts, so I assume jolts might affect gold too, so I'm gonna be interested to see how that reacts. Nasdaq really struggling here as well. We have him at the side, not doing much. Alright, there's the respect of the 5-minute fair value gap on gold. It did not invalidate it. It was looking so close to, but it managed to hold. Do we get stopped out now? See ya, Billy. Have a good sleep. Nice, homie. So gold making an attempt to respect the 5-minute and distribute higher, but it is struggling a bit too. That's good. That's a good rejection there, or a good failure there, better said. It's a really nice failure. We have news in 4 minutes. Nasdaq's just accumulating right here. It's getting messy. I think the mover in Nasdaq is definitely going to be the news, so it's simply waiting for the news to happen. It seems 50-50 to me though, which direction the news could be. As much as I did have that bearish draw for downside equilibrium, because of how we inverse the 5-minute, I think there's a good chance. And also the fact that we made the 50-minute AMD, 15-minute, there is the possibility it can go higher. So we're not going to attempt the Nasdaq until the news is out and we get more clarity. But gold going super. We're about to hit our next 5-minute fair value gap. I think it should run right through it since this was the key one that it needed to respect. I think it should just melt right through and go for our target, but we'll see. AMD is accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's essentially when price accumulates sideways to generate liquidity, does a quick manipulation to stop everyone out and trick people that it's about to expand, and then does the distribution to the opposite direction where it's truly intended. So it looks like this in graph. In play, it's essentially the 5-minute trade that we took earlier, which was how it's accumulating like that, manipulated like this and hit midnight, and then distributed lower towards south side, like that. But if you go to the 15-minute, there's what could look like another AMD, the accumulation like that, the manipulation where it took out south side, and now the potential distribution up to buy side. The only difference is that it's not really distributing yet, and that could be because it's waiting for news. Now going back to gold, we did tap that 5-minute fair value gap right there and we respected it. That's what I mean by how every 5-minute PDRA in gold seems to be truly what it respects the most. That's why I'm liking the 5-minute chart, because 1-minute PDRAs don't tend to be really respected, so it's not really, doesn't really matter to me to just monitor them. It's more important to monitor the 5. Now we do have 2 minutes before the news come out. I assume that it's going to have an effect on gold as well, so I'd like to see us just do a melt into our second target here, so that I can start scaling up with some nice gains.
I'm still in my long.
Are you holding through the news, Jess?
Yeah. I don't have any news restrictions on any of my accounts.
Good luck. Oh, you're not afraid you're gonna get wicked out by that stop, huh?
If I do, that's fine. That's still where I would consider this trade invalid.
Alrighty.
Make that 20. Yeah, I'm trading NQ. I'm long NQ. Long from 193, stop loss at 175. Target 229. Good morning. Hi, Joes. All good. I just got here too.
Alright, 22 seconds for the news. We're still respecting the 5-minute fair value gap on gold. Make that, we make what, 20? Oh, no, I didn't, I didn't trade MFFU. I took this on, like, awesome, we hit our target right there with the news. Let's see if we can get that scale out. I didn't get, I should have just had a limit there. But we did hit our target there with that news candle. Does it keep going? Alright, I'm exiting here. Majority.
Wow, NQ didn't move at all.
Gold hit
Wow.
our target. Beautiful.
What is happening?
Oh, it didn't do anything on Nasdaq, but it did do on gold.
I've never seen that ever. Like, okay, there we go. Here we go. Let's move it. Just tap daily open. Hopefully it just continues right on to my target. It's watching the stream. It's like, wait, let me take TP on gold first, and then I'll move NQ.
Alright guys, that was 6.5 on gold secured, I think. I'm gonna start getting ready for class though. That was a lot of gains that we made today. Very green across the board. So, I'm happy. I think I'm just gonna wrap shop up here. Yeah, brother. Good stuff. But also, thank you to Jaws that he told me to look at gold the very moment where the setup was on, and I was able to catch it because of that.
Alright, my stop is going to break even here. New York Midnight is right above us. My TP is actually a little bit further than that. It's inside of the actual daily opening gap. JD will probably hop on once we both hop off.
Oh, gold cut.
He normally says when he's going to. He generally adds everyone when he's going to. But with that being said, he's not due until PM session. So if he has things to do, he might not hop on until PM session. All right, we did tap midnight there. I would trail my stop here or take partials.